Another Class 5 for race number 3. This one, though, is on the turf. The trip for the third is 1,400 metres here with a field of 14 going to post. Sweetie Barley heads them. Class 5 for the first time for him. Liverbird Star, fourth on his last 2 starts. Big Bully, runner-up last time out, course and distance behind a Hurricane Hunter. Sure Win was a course and distance winner, 2 starts back behind Hurricane Hunter, fifth last time out. Lotus Breeze, a 3-time winner here, but they've all been over the 1,200 metres. Sorry, 2 of those at Happy Valley in actual fact, and down to Massive Power, back to a mark of 8 here. Has rolled forward this season. He's come up at barrier 11 though. As far as Chung Fa's concerned, Sweetie Barley, Liverbird Star and Whiskey Knight are the horses that have been up at Chung Fa within the last month.
Massive Power put in an unacceptable performance last outing, but he is one that can be right up on the speed early along with Gainful Jet and Room and Air. That trio can really get the sparks flying early. Sure Win can drop in behind. Fox Chunga as well might get a nice run from his gate, and the rest can sort themselves out. I guess there's 1 or 2 back in the field that may try and get a bit closer, like Lotus Breeze off the good gate, but there should be a solid tempo for this Class 5 1,400 metres.
Here is Fox Chunga. He should get a nice run, as you mentioned. He maps really well, this horse, and it wasn't a bad run last time. He didn't have all the favours. His track work suggests he's gone forward, and he moves nicely here in the morning, so he looks well going into this contest. If you like him, he won at odds for sure. What's he, 27 to 1 at the moment. Sure Win goes nicely as well. You can see he's having a nice stretch out down the back straight. Did win 2 starts ago with Joe Moreira aboard, and Zach Purdon rode him last time. Derek Long will take over for this race. And Whiskey Knight, just a slow piece from him. He's had plenty of starts now this season. This will be his 9th, so he'll be a fit horse going into this contest. It does come back from 1,600 metres to 1,400.
All right, Elder Mare in the saddle for John Moore. Let's start off here with Sweetie Barley. Now, he's dropping in class, so in theory this makes it a little bit easier for him, finishing 7th behind Victoria, who's come out and won again impressively since.
Look, I think if you're playing exotics, you probably want to consider him because he is the lonesome cowboy in the race that's coming down in class for the first time into this grade. Drawn well, Vincent Ho riding for his old master Casper Founds. And this run was reasonable, but overall he's been a morning glory. There's been a lot of good trials from him on the all-weather, which I've thought probably would be his preferred surface. So I'm sitting on the fence. If I'm winning after the first few, I'll go wider in the quartet here.
Yeah, his tongue-tie goes on him for the first start, but as you say, he's a 15-start maiden, so I was happy to look elsewhere in this race.
I wouldn't be surprised, but it's unlikely for me.
All right, no surprise to see that a few of these have bumped into each other in the past. Big Bully fared best here with Soccer Master, Liverbird Star, Sure Win and Fox Chunga.
Yeah, Big Bully's sort of coming into his own now with a couple of really nice seconds, but he's got this wide draw to contend. I think he can still be there, and I really like the run of Liverbird Star in this. Now, he's drawn a little bit there in barrier 8, but he's dropped 23 pounds coming into this race, and I think he's benefited from these last couple of runs. This will be his 3rd start now in Class 5, so I'm going to take a chance with him.
Yeah, he had a delayed beginning to the season. Liverbird Star, but Paul O'Sullivan's been very patient. I like him going in 3rd up, and I think he's better than Class 5, so he's the one for me too.
Lotus Breeze was in that race as well, down the outside. He wasn't too bad either.
Drawn well, he's got to step well though.
Yeah, Gainful Jet further back. Tricky one, this one, Paul?
Yeah, a little bit. Class 5s can be sometimes, but I'm going here with Liverbird Star, just with those runs under his belt now. From Sure Win, I think he can get a nice run on the speed map. Big Bully's going to get back. He'll be running on late. And Fox Chunga, look, his track work's been good and he maps really well, so give him a chance on a minor line. 2-7-4-5.
I tend to agree with you both. I think if you take away the status of the race, that it's Class 5, and just look at it for what it is, it could be quite simple. But it is Class 5 and we know they're inconsistent. But I'm with Paul. I think the cue's the 2-7, Liverbird Star, Sure Win, Big Bully, and Lotus Breeze. He's actually running better than his form suggests, but he just needs to scamper from gate 1 and get going early. If that takes place, he can be in the exotics. 2-7-4-11.
All right, 2 and 4's my cue. I thought Victorious Leader, potential improver in this race. Really slow out last time. Made some up some late ground. Not convinced.
Again, wouldn't surprise me, but unlikely.
Right, OK. Here we go. That's race number 3.